They would nip. I had the giggles. Get them out.
Hey baby, kiss me hard, don't kill my vibe. All my feelings on fire, it's all time. Hey baby, kiss me hard, don't kill my vibe. All my feelings on fire, it's all time.
Hey guys, it's Corinne and Nick. Welcome back to our channel. We're excited to talk to you guys today about more puppy training.
Today we are going to be talking about what to do as soon as you bring a puppy home, as well as teething.
Yes.
So we've mentioned it in a previous video that when we brought Scout home, we thought that we had a really mean, aggressive dog because she was super mouthy. Everything she did, she wanted to bite, she wanted to chew, and we didn't realize that that's normal for a puppy. So we get a lot of questions on Scout's account with what to do with that. So one of the things that we highly recommend to everyone that has a puppy is go to puppy preschool. Nick and I learned so much at puppy preschool. You're gonna learn how to train your puppy, parent your puppy. Research like this is great, watching videos like this, but like we've said in all of our videos, we are not professionals, and we got all of our wisdom from puppy preschool. So take your puppy to puppy preschool so you can learn all this stuff and learn what's normal, what isn't, and how to adjust with your puppy.
Your puppy is going to be a product of how much work you put into either training or learning more about him before you even get it. So like in the research that we had done, and even in classes, one of the things that they told us, which I thought was strange, but it worked, was anytime Scout would nip us and she would get skin or anything like that, like actually yelp like a puppy. And what it is that when they're growing up and they're in their litter, they're surrounded by their brothers and sisters. Well, that's how you tell another puppy whether or not that hurt, right? And so we would actually do that, and Scout picked it up pretty quick, like, oh, if I nip you, you cry. And so we would just kind of and pull our hand back just like that, and then like you pull away from them, and that's their fun is playing with you. And so when you take away their fun, they realize that they did something wrong. So
what we learned was if you're playing with your puppy and they start playing with your hand, or chewing on your hand, trying to bite your hand instead of the toy, that's when you say ouch, or you make the little whimper noise. Yes, but the point is you stop playing with them right in that moment and turn away or walk away. Pretty soon they'll learn that if I do that, the fun stops. I don't get to play with my favorite person in the world. The other thing that I recommend to people is that if your puppy does that, give them something that they can chew on. So if you're not playing with a toy, if they're just coming up and wanting to chew on your toes, or if you're playing with them and they want to chew on your hands, say ouch, walk away, but get a bully ring or a chew toy or something that they can chew on and give that to them. So not only are they associating I can't bite you, but I can chew and bite on this.
You want to redirect them to whatever that object is.
Exactly. So the teething stage is really normal. Puppies have the sharpest teeth ever. Like, it's crazy. So imagine an infant that wants to constantly be chewing on everything. Imagine if they had sharp teeth. It's the same thing. Like, they will grow out of it. They lose their puppy teeth. They will grow out of the stage, but it's just about how you parent them through that.
So another thing we did was anytime you're playing with Scout, or every time we were playing with Scout or anything like that, we would make sure that we told her gentle, and we would encourage her to be nice and easy. If she got too aggressive, same thing, we would pull her hand back, or she wouldn't get whatever it is that she was trying to get from us. It was only that once she was gentle that we would actually interact with her.
She was a real feisty puppy.
She was.
There is a difference in puppies and dogs with how loud they play. That was something that we learned with Bella. Bella plays really loud. Scout is super quiet. So taking your dog to puppy preschool and being around other dogs is a really, really beneficial way for them to get socialized around other puppies in a safe environment. When we first got Scout, it was highly recommended to us to get her out and get her socialized. We already mentioned in another video to get them socialized with different people, tall, short, different ethnicities, male, female, just so they aren't scared of any different kind of person. Same thing with dogs, but you can't take your puppy to a dog park or a dog beach or anything that's heavily trafficked with other animals, because there is a high risk of them getting sick. So
when they're young.
Yeah. So before their shots and everything, you can't do that. So puppy preschool is a really good environment for them to be socialized around other puppies.
It's very safe, very controlled.
Yeah.
You're going to get flooded with so much information.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we learned in puppy preschool was basically getting Scout acclimated to all kinds of different situations that she was going to be exposed to. One of them being if she's around kids or, you know, someone that's a little rough with dogs, we wanted to make sure that she was okay if someone were to pull her tail or to pull on her legs, or if, you know, for hospital or doctor visits later on, vet visits, that she would be fine with having a doctor open up her mouth and looking at her teeth and opening up her eyes and shining a light in there and pulling on her ears, pulling on her tail.
So basically what you want to do is treat your puppy while you're doing things to get them used to touching their paws, opening their mouth, playing with their ears, anything that if you take them to a groomer, anything that they might find uncomfortable later if you aren't doing this. So what we would do is we would just play with her arms, open up her mouth, and each time that you're doing something like this, you treat them, which is basically telling them this is okay. We would start at her head and work all the way to her tail. We would open up her mouth, kind of play with her teeth, you know, kind of get in there, treat her. We would play with her ears, you know, give them a gentle tug, treat her. We would go all the way from her arms, you know, mess with her nails, go to her tail. So this is also important with teeth brushing. You do want to brush your dog's teeth just like our teeth. So starting that young too, getting them used to having something in their mouth, and then just continue to treat them. This goes with anything, for baths, for socializing them around the hair dryer, the vacuum, anything that might be scary or new to them. If you continue to treat them while you're socializing them and you know, introducing them to all these new things, they're going to learn that it's not a bad thing. I'm getting treats, so this is something that's okay.
It's very natural for dogs to be protective over their food. One of the things that we did was we made sure to play with her food while she was eating. That way she knew that it wasn't exactly hers, you know, and it was okay for her to have someone else messing with her food. Some dogs will get very territorial and they won't let you anywhere near their food. I would always play with Scout's food, just like grab some of it, run my hands through it while she was eating, just so that she knew that it was okay for other people to be close to her while she was eating and she wouldn't get so defensive over it.
And not just humans, but if another dog came up, or, you know, anything, right. You know, we didn't want her to be aggressive if something else came near her bowl or her food. Right.
And going along with that, we would take her food away sometimes while she was eating and then add to it and then put it back down, so that she didn't just associate, oh, my food is getting taken away, now I'm getting less, or I'm going to have to wait for it. But understanding that just because they take the food away isn't necessarily a bad thing. So it's just a matter of making sure that she's okay with everything that's going on around her.
And not possessive. Not
right.
Possessive when we take it away. Not possessive when we have our hands in it.
Coming. Hi, little girl.
The star of the show has arrived. Alright guys, that wraps up week 3 of So You Got a Puppy. Okay.
Okay.
Next week, for week 4, we're coming to you with basic commands. So we're going to start going over things like sitting,
lay down. We'll even throw in high five.
Woo! What? Alright guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video, share it if you know somebody that's getting a puppy, has a puppy, or likes puppies.
Who doesn't like puppies?
If you guys have any video recommendations on So You Got a Puppy, please leave it in the comments below, and we will see you for the next video.
See you guys.